Welcome back to Truth, Juice, and Company, the show where juice is named for veggies and fruit, but for jokey jokes and truths, where all minds and perspectives can flourish. It's your soon-to-be host of the year, Mikael, a.k.a. Duke, a.k.a. The Best, a.k.a. Big Body Baby. I'm here with...
Daphne, a.k.a. Doc.
And...
Annalise.
Boring as hell. Alright, giving you mini episodes of mixology. Today's episode, we have two new truth juicers we're going to introduce. We're going to dive in our growth, home life, and art of ghosting. So, grab a glass, sit back, relax, and every time you agree with one of us, take an extra sip. I hope you enjoy. Peace.
We are humans just like you. We are not here to intentionally harm anyone except when we're referring to those exes we despise. Haha, JK. We tell our truth. If you feel offended, that's not our intent.
Please be mindful that we are open for feedback and interaction with the audience, but we are adults, and the respect you're expecting from us, we're also expecting from you.
We are not here to change anyone's minds. We are sharing our life truths and want to know from y'all whose juice you're most likely to sip from. Please like and subscribe below. Also, you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at TruthJuiceCo_.
And we're here talking to our new truth juicers. Give a round of applause for the new truth juicers. Yes. We love to see new faces. Love to see new faces. All right, so we already stated that we got Daph and Annalise. You guys, who wants to go first? Who wants to tell the people who you are?
I guess I'll...
It doesn't matter. I'm the best. I'm the host. I want to let you know that. Make sure that you follow me, specifically Duke097 on all social media. And then we can talk about y'all.
My name is Daphne. I'm the foreigner. Been around for a little... Been around for a little bit. I've known Duke for what?
2015.
2015? That's
2015. That was all of our year.
Damn,
we all met each other.
Oh yeah, same year. We all know that same year.
Lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7.
Oh, that is your lucky number. Yeah. That's crazy.
So then...
Oh, me? I met Duke back in good old, what is it? Dirty Lich?
Yeah.
Dirty Lich. WestCon, BestCon.
It's not. We already established that.
No, it's not. It's a very sarcastic WestCon, BestCon.
They're the Wolverines now. If you
oh yeah, you're so right.
Wolverine, the West Wolverine, which makes it's better because it rolls off the tongue.
You know what that means? All of our T-shirts and shit from them, all the free T-shirts.
Vintage.
Wow.
For sure.
Make a pretty penny off those now.
You sure could. Off the those folks who has the cheddar cheese. Who
exactly. WestCon alum.
Because it ain't us.
Not me.
Wolverine.
Hell no. Yeah, Wolverine. It flows better.
I gotta say, I like the Wolverine.
Yeah, for sure. It's better than the Colonials. I don't understand why that was even a thing. But it's funny because in the moment, we didn't care. We was WestCon.
Yeah, WestCon.
What was that slogan we always had? What a day to be a colonial.
What a day to be a colonial. Yeah.
No one wants to be a colonial.
No, everyone talks about how trash WestCon was, and I'm like, it was okay. It had its charms. It charms.
It wasn't like.
From who I've talked to, we came in when it got bad.
Yeah.
Our year was the year it just like the parties went from like amazing
trash.
For sure.
Everyone says that. But you know what? We made it out alive.
We did.
We made it.
I can take a sip to that. I can take a sip to that. We made it. Some of us with 2 degrees.
I was gonna. I'm working on mine. That's crazy.
Hey, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Still passing.
I mean, she's about to enter it.
I'm in there. What do you mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, you're about to, like, complete the,
Come full circle.
Full circle. There you go.
You know, foreigners do take a while to grow.
I'm here, though. I'm here. Okay? So that's all that matters.
Yes, it does.
So, like, what do you guys think, like, was your biggest growth since school?
I don't even know.
Oh, girl.
You
I mean, you guys tell me. You guys tell me.
I'm gonna talk about myself first.
Oh, okay, do your
I'll talk
thing.
about y'all, but I'm gonna
Do
let
your
y'all
thing.
go. Feel me? Do your thought.
Well, I asked.
You did ask the question, so it's on you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know.
My biggest growth in school, I think, would be my mindset and how I view
I'll snap to that.
things. That's where I'm gonna go with that one.
Why do you say that?
I just think a lot of growth. I was very sheltered, you
Mm.
know.
You're annoying. For sure.
Still, the shelter's still there, but I'm breaking away on it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that I just grew a lot.
Mm-hmm. And that's specific part of your life.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna be the boring one. Guys. It's fine. It's cool. So I'm the one that everybody knew as stubborn. I was the big stubborn and cheap. Still cheap, not as cheap. Like I had to call my mom each and every time the bill was over 100. I'm like, yo, is it normally like over? It was like, is it normally over 100?
You see a one there, and you're like, what is that?
I'm thinking about the 70, 68, feel me? 67, 64. You give the tip, feel me? 70, we cool. Nah, that's 100 plus. I'm like, damn, alright, cool. Whatever. I guess that's the norm. But it's stubborn. I always, when it's something I did and somebody tried to tell me that I made them feel some type of way, or I should have said this, or I should have did something different, it was very difficult for me to accept, what is it, constructive criticism. Like,
There you go.
whew, girl, it was tough to get some criticism through me. Because I'm in there, I'm literally in my head like, but if you would have, but if you would actually,
I think me and you, we kind of, butt heads a little bit because of that. Because, I come to you and say, like, this is what you did and this is how I felt about it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like,
well,
could have done
that might
something
be true,
different.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for a long time, like, I didn't feel comfortable, like, going up to you to let you know this is, like, how you made me feel and, like, da-da-da-da. But, like, he's grown, so.
Yeah. By the way, disclaimer, Shorty still thought I was thinking like that a couple years later, and we're just like, it's not even worth it. What you mean? I haven't been that person in 3-4 years.
But, like, you don't really know until you're actually in that situation to know that, you're not that same person anymore.
And not run away. Word, for sure. I'm throwing shots all night.
I'll admit, like, I tend to run away. Like, when I don't feel like,
She's a foreigner. She's a runner. She's a passer.
But, like, when I feel like, when I, tell you what's wrong or discuss to the person, like, how I'm feeling and, like, they don't validate it or they don't take it into consideration, that's when I feel like I don't have a voice. And if I don't have a voice, then I don't need to communicate. That's how I just feel. But I'm learning that, like, at least just putting my feelings out there is enough to start a conversation. Because if I'm just running away from the conversation, then, like, there's no progress. There's no way I can fix the problem or that person can fix the problem if I'm not even giving them the opportunity.
So it sounds like we all, well,
Communication.
It sounds like we all overcame like a strong piece of. Wait, was that your actual answer?
No.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I'd say for my answer, I would say it's my mindset as well. Like Annalise, I grew up sheltered. Everybody knows, like, when we first met, like, you could not find me anywhere. Like, my news was in the books. It was like class and back to the dorms and everything like that. So I was very sheltered. Like, for me, I grew up just knowing, like, home and school and stuff like that. And, like,
same.
Like, my parents, like, the way they taught me and what they taught me was law, and that was the only thing. But, like, as I grow older, I'm trying to find my own self and finding my own voice. I'm realizing that, like, my parents weren't always right. They did the best they could, but, like, their best wasn't always the best, I guess. And that's okay. They're still my parents. I still love them. But I know that, like, it's okay to voice my opinions with certain things. So I think that's my biggest growth.
Nice. We're still waiting on this one. You still?
Oh,
you
my
still
biggest
a
growth?
little bit of your mind. What do you mean? Like, what's the mindset?
Let's just dive in a
let's
little
dive in a little bit.
Okay,
What
so
about the
I just
mindset?
think that when I was in school, I thought I was gonna be like my only job was to be like a wife when I grew up. Like
I
that was
remember
it.
that.
Yeah, like that's
I
all I
remember
ever
that.
wanted to do was be a wife. And like, don't get me wrong, like I'm still a big one. But like I just think like I'm a businesswoman.
I've seen it.
And I need to stick to that. And I need to focus on myself. So I'm a little different in that aspect.
Okay, see.
Definitely.
Now the people know who you are a little bit.
Yeah.
Because the brothers, my mindset. All right, what about the mindset? What mindset?
No, I think I just opened up to a lot of stuff, a lot of different ideas. And same as Daphne, like I learned that like my parents' ideas for me are not who I am, and I don't need to feel guilty that they're not who I am, and I don't need to like I can break the mold.
Yeah.
Fuck my parents.
Yes, that's.
Snap right there.
What are we stopping for? Niggas got drinks.
Oh, you right.
No, that's for sure. A lot of people feel like, as a person, no matter what point in their life, that they can't change because they're gonna be that person forever. Like most people who think that you're bad at communication, so you're gonna be bad at communication all your life.
Right.
Or I'm stubborn. I'm a Capricorn. I'm gonna be stubborn all my life, or the same level of stubbornness throughout my life, because that's the type of person that I am.
I think that my one flaw with change and not being able, I have to experience it for me to for it to change. Like I could be totally against this one idea, but as soon as I can experience it, I'm not good at being sometimes empathetic until I've been in.
And
Does that make sense?
That could be tragic because
I
a
know.
lot of people who think like that,
I suck.
Like like COVID, for example, a lot of people don't believe that was a real thing until they're on the bed.
Oh, until they're begging
it's
for
more
the.
that's more specific, physical, but I'm just
Yeah.
giving the picture to the people,
Yeah.
So it's very hard to adapt to life thinking like that. So I feel like that's the reason why your growth, it probably took a little longer.
Yeah.
Than that you.
But I
probably
think it's
wanted to.
a strength that I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some people aren't.
It took 6-7 years, but
Well, I think too is I do think that people have potential to change
yeah.
as they go through stuff, but I think there's also the idea that once you're stuck in a mindset for so long, there's no going back. If that can't teach an old dog new tricks. There was this one thing, I don't know if you guys learned about it in college or whatever, but there were these people and they lived in this darkness, and they only saw light on a wall on the other side of the room, and so they thought that was always what the world was. And then somebody came and rescued them and was like, look at this, and they couldn't handle it. Too much change.
But that's beyond. I get it. No.
The other extreme.
It's what you're saying is not true, but it's more of to the extent people who are. Our brains developed in the ways that our brains develop. If you're 69 or 50 or 48, you're going to continue to think that you've been thinking that it was comfortable for you. It's very difficult to get people out of their comfort zone, which is the potential to change. It's the comfort zone. If you don't want to step out of the comfort zone, you're not going to want to change. So it's the same situation. So it's more the question is, can people change? And it's the idea is technically anybody, can change.
But if they don't push themselves to grow, the change will never happen.
I think that's what our age group is facing a lot right now.
Oh, girl.
I feel
goodness gracious.
even myself, I'm going through that. My dad is the most stubborn person I know. He's the most single-minded person I know. Like he's in his mind, he knows something. Like it doesn't matter like how much proof you have. Like he's gonna believe what he believes. But I feel like when you're like that, you really do keep yourself from finding out more. And like what you were saying with being comfortable. Like I right now in my life, I feel like I'm too comfortable. And that's why I want to take that big move and like move out of state and whatever the case, because like I feel like you can't grow if you're so comfortable being where you are. You know, somebody can have a job for many years and like, you know, they're comfortable where they are. Like they have the potential to do more, to go farther, but because like they know, you know, this is how their day's gonna be, this is how much they have in their account, like, you know, all that stuff, like they're okay with where they are and what they're doing and how they're doing. But I feel like we have a lot of dreams that like we can't tackle and we won't tackle because like they're so outside of our comfort zone. And I think that's where we fault ourselves as young people, is adhering to that comfortability.
She was spared. She was like, wow. No, I definitely agree, because the toughest conversations that I feel like I have is the generational type of conversation. It's more of like, struggle this, struggle that. You don't have no struggle. You haven't seen struggle yet. You still got the 30s and 40s to think about, and family, and the way that you got to protect your family. But no, bruh, I'm 25. Come on, why are we talking about this? Yeah, the biggest thing that I have the conversation about is like stability. Like stability is the biggest one, but we live in an unstable time.
Yeah.
So it's more like, how can you adapt? How can you move on your feet in this day and age? And I think that's the most important thing. It's like, you don't need stability anymore. Like you don't need to go into whatever job you get. You retire in 20 years and you get your pension, and you retire in the spot that you want to retire. No, there's things that I want to do. There's dreams that I want to accomplish. There's people that I don't even know that I'm going to be able to see if I and I won't see them if I stay in the same spot or learn different things. Like my soulmate could possibly be in Alaska. It's
Yeah.
If I'm limiting myself most by staying in the area that I grew up, because my family's here, their family's here. Like I can grow here, I can get an apartment here, then a house gonna come. Like no, I don't want to stay in the same place forever. That doesn't make sense to me, because I like to travel.
But you know, that's also the thing too. Like I said, I'm like, we're thinking of doing that big move and everything like that. Like I literally just told my mom that I'm moving and stuff like that. And you know, she mostly grew up, you know, in Haiti, and then she came here. She's lived her whole life, you know, two places, you know, her parents and then here and stuff like that. So like she's very okay with being exactly where she is and like just having like her routine. And, you know, she was asking me, well, why don't you just, you know, move here instead? Like, you know, why do you have to go so far? And I'm like, well, I'm comfortable here. Like, I'm not doing anything new. I'm not seeing anything new. I'm not experiencing anything new. And I feel like I'm in a rut. And I feel like at my age right now, this is the time to get uncomfortable and to try new things and to try different things. Because there's going to come a time where the real responsibilities come with like marriage and kids and stuff like that, where you won't be able
have
to
the
do
time
that.
to go.
You
You
don't
won't have the
have
time to go get lost in a new city and have to figure out how to get back to your apartment.
And like, you know, props to everybody that's starting their family. That's the direction you wanted to go to. But like for me, I want something bigger. I want something more. I'm like dodging that pregnancy bug that's out there. Like I just want something big. I want like I want something big. I want something more for my life. Like, you know, my grandma who, you know, just passed, like I learned so much from her and stuff like that. R.I.P. to Jima. She, you know, she did so much to change the lives of her kids so that her kids didn't live her life. And like my mom would always say, like, you know, I don't want you to live the same struggle that I do. But being comfortable, that's how you repeat the cycle. Exactly. You know what I mean? My grandma did so much to get her kids where they are now. And I want to do more to get my kids someplace else.
You want to take them to the next level.
To the next level.
And that brings
for
us,
the legacy.
And that brings us to why people change. Like, what are you doing that for? Because a lot of people feel that is a risk. There's a risk that you're trying to take, and those are the people who are stuck in the same mindset as the comfortability. Like, why should people want to step out of comfortability, stability, people who have your back, like you're surrounded with people that you know? Like, why change out of somebody that you are that works for you? Like, what makes a person need to change or seek change?
I think it just depends on your needs or your wants, because you might have everything you need, but like what you want is someplace else. Like,
what
I
about
don't
you?
know. I think this might be a toxic answer. I'm very competitive. So like I want to like just like
be better than the next
For
person.
example, we had a friend in college who told me that after I graduate I was going to get fat. And
You want to
so
show the people if you're fat?
What?
You want to show the people if you're fat? Show
My
the
fat. Anyway, so it was my goal. I was going to prove this motherfucker wrong.
And you did.
And I am, and for the next lifetime, I
For the
will be.
next time. Let's just wait until after the kids.
I might be stuffing them inside somebody else. Like, I'm going to be doing that because I'm not destroying this body.
Cool.
But
That's what I thought. That's what I was thinking.
Annalise mind. Okay. And so,
High key though.
but
like,
yeah, I'm
just
competitive.
Take a quick side note, like the shit that women go through during
Okay,
pregnancy. Like,
shout out to y'all. We cheer.
facts.
Crazy.
High key, like I'm chilling because I like the stuff that you can actually go through, like as a woman, like just to bring life. It's ridiculous.
It's fun at first.
It's fun to practice, yeah, but like, but as soon as that implantation starts, like, it's
You know what? The guys have been hooking up with, I've been looking at the size of their heads because, God forbid, I get pregnant with some big ass head. It's gonna be terrible.
Yo,
Sorry.
in the high key though,
Sorry.
like
For real though, think about it.
I keep my legs closed because whenever I think about like actual like delivery, I'm just like,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah. I've seen like how women like their stomachs will literally turn black after pregnancy, or like they'll have these like huge lumps in their armpits and stuff like that. And I really, really hate throwing up. Like that's like one of the biggest reasons I stopped drinking for a while, because like I hate throwing up with a passion. And for me to do that every single morning for a period of months, you gotta be a real G. Like, you really gotta be a G for that. Like,
I'm crying.
I can't. But that's just my little side note about pregnancy and, you know.
Oh, no, I haven't even
babies.
got there. Oh, she said side note.
Side note, I
What
said
What were we
side note.
She
talking
did say
about?
side note. I don't really know.
We're talking about like when people change,
Yeah.
something like that.
Change is crazy.
Physically, mentally, who's keeping count?
Facts.
Oh, I'm competitive as to why I as to why people change.
Yeah.
You asked me why, and I said I'm just competitive and I want to be the best.
Yeah.
I think it's really is about like what your mindset is and what you want at that time, because you can have the same mindset, but then you go through like an experience or something like that that changes your mindset, and then you want something else, so then you're gonna change to, you know, become that new thing or to go after what
As you
want.
reach each little goal.
Exactly.
For me, I don't want to be bored.
Oh.
I have so many female friends. As we can
Hey.
see. I have so many female friends. A lot of the things that they tell me is that, you know, most of the reasons why they don't, you know, have the same boyfriend all the time because they're boring. They get bored. And it's more of like, that's where I come competitive. I'm competitive in anything. I think life is just a game that you got to play. I need to be the best in everything, not just, you know, one second in my life, like everything. Like I need to be the best. My name is the best. You feel me?
Honestly, you're right.
Yeah.
Because I like to think of myself as a jack of all trades or Jane of all trades. And I really do like dabble in a lot of different things. I'll pick up a hobby really quick and hyper fixate on it. But then after a while, I get bored. And then like I go into something else. I find a new hobby. I find a new interest. And like just as quick as I started it, I dropped it. You know what I mean? So like.
Yeah, I don't feel like I drop it. It's more I have no access anymore. Like for college example, for when I was at Western, intramurals, the pool.
You're at
I
the
was
pool?
the mascot. The lifeguard doesn't know that I was at the pool all the time.
Go to the swim,
I swim all the time. You were there.
You used to go with that girl. No? The little
Oh,
girl?
Stephanie. Yeah. What was Stephanie?
I remember now.
Because you were there. I hope so.
Yeah.
You were always with
Ashley.
Ashley. Yeah.
Shout out to Ashley.
You guys are always right. Anyway, so
Yeah, I remember
that. I played football, practice football.
You're always on the go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to do different things. Like I just lost access to them. It's not like I just stopped. It's just more like you don't have access to all those things at once in life. Really, you gotta pay for it or you gotta find it. But that's the reason why I don't like.
Yeah.
But like, what do you think people change like emotionally? Like those are all things like you do. But what about like the emotional side of like why someone might change their mindset when it comes to
Tired of feeling the same thing.
Love.
Tired of what?
love?
I don't think people are
Oh,
tired.
when you
of
fall in love with
You
somebody, you'll
change.
change. They say all the time, a man won't change unless he finds a girl that he really likes, and all of a sudden he's trying and he's texting and he's doing all kinds of shit.
I believe I said people will change
Sorry.
because they're
Sorry. Triggered.
people change because they don't want to feel the same thing emotionally.
Yeah.
Normally, it's not love. That's why I'm like,
Love can make you feel, you know, that
Oh, love
you
make me
need
go
to
crazy.
change. Like,
but I feel like love is so many different ways of showing love.
But the emotion.
The emotion of love
Emotion of love.
makes you change.
Yeah.
Makes you want to do different things that you wouldn't do before.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's what she
But
was
we're
saying.
not. I know, but you asked me what people
Change emotions.
change emotionally, and I was like, well, people change emotionally because they don't want to feel the same thing. Then she said, love. You don't want to feel love? That doesn't make sense.
Alright, yeah.
Love makes people change
Yes.
emotionally.
Emotionally. Yes, they don't. People don't want to feel alone. People don't really want to experience things alone, whether that's in a relationship, doing something new, just experiencing others.
I got a thought-provoking question. Like, what's the biggest thing you had to change or you unintentionally changed about yourself because of love?
Money, for one. We already established that earlier.
Relationship is
But
expensive.
I think the biggest one for me was how I delivered my words can actually affect what a person is thinking, I guess, and how I'm delivering it. My delivery, basically. My delivery.
Okay.
Because
How
not
so?
everybody can understand my humor
Okay.
or my sarcasm or my personality. Like I'm not a normal guy. Like I'm not a normal person. I don't deliver it in a way that you're used to. And if you're not down for that or you're not able to communicate that,
Right.
we're not gonna work out. And I feel like that's what I had to know, that I come with a lot of different deliveries and personalities, and it might be a lot for a person.
Right.
But I need to see that it's a lot, or I need to get something back that it's a lot and you can't handle or something like that.
Okay. I think for me,
You asked the question.
you're right. How did you change?
My biggest way I changed for love? I don't know. Like, are we talking about like romantic love or like love of like a sibling or a parent?
I don't think she heard the question. She said being with someone, whatever that may look like for you.
Well, I'm really hopeful.
How did you change the way that you are because you were in that relationship, situationships, friendship, whatever the case.
Oh, okay.
Being with someone else that
The
you're
biggest
interested
way I changed. I would say I would change the idea.
Very thought-provoking.
I would say the biggest way I changed, or the one that affected me the most, I guess, would just be my idea of like, I don't know, like, idea. Let's go back to the thing where I was sheltered and I thought I was only going to sleep with one person in my entire life. I think that, the idea of that was like the biggest thing I ever changed. It's like giving away like that to somebody that I trusted and like I thought, at least they were painting the picture. But once it was done, like obviously it didn't work out. So like that's the biggest thing I had to change. Like I had to learn to be okay with that, and it took me till maybe
yesterday.
No, I would say it took until this, my hot girl summer this summer to be okay with. Yeah, DR, to like not feel gross anymore, to not feel shameful, or like it's okay.
Why are you fist pumping for?
Yeah,
Take a sip.
take a sip to that.
Yeah. Pussy. No, I'm joking.
So yeah, I think that's the biggest thing I changed because I wanted the love so bad, and I felt like I just do this, like I'll get it, but I didn't. And instead, I had to love myself.
You're still working on
But, yeah, I mean, it's a process, but it's that step of not feeling gross anymore. Anytime I think about what I did, or having sex with other people, like I don't feel shamed.
Okay,
And I don't feel like a whore.
that's good.
Nice.
I feel like a bad fucking bitch.
Don't know how to say it. Now I gotta say it with your chest. Say it.
Ow. A bad bitch.
Yes, very much so.
I think for me, I didn't grow up alone, but I grew up loving being alone. Like I like my own space. I like, the freedom to like get naked and walk around naked in my own place kind of thing. Having my own like, routine and
Free
stuff
the nip.
like that. Like free the nip, free the soul. So like when I have to actually give up my personal space, that's a problem. And like I did that in my last relationship, and like it was an adjustment, but then it got better because open to change and just all that stuff. But when I couldn't be, me and how I wanted to be at all the time, like in my own personal space, that's when I started having the issue. I was just like, damn, like, when will I ever be alone? Like, I was low-key, like, looking forward to, like, when my ex was, like, out the house for a little bit, because then I'm like, oh, now I can walk around naked. Like, now I can actually, like, put my music in and, like, go crazy, because I can't sing, for me, so I'm not gonna.
It's funny because when she said that, I'm thinking like dancing. Like she said,
She's like going cleaning. She's just cleaning like crazy.
Oh my
gosh. She's singing.
I'm singing and I'm dancing. And I'm dancing.
I've got a whole Beyonce over
So
here.
like, I put on a whole concert, but I couldn't do that with somebody living with me. So
why? Well, not why. Why did you feel that way?
He might want to get out of the concert, take her life.
So like, in the beginning, when we first moved in together, like, it was unexpected. So, like, I didn't plan to move in with him at that time. So, like, I expected to have my own space when I could still do that, And so, like, when we moved together and, like, I felt like I couldn't do that anymore just because, I don't know, like, I didn't think we were really at that part, like, that time yet with our relationship. Certain things you don't show. Guys, it took you guys like 5 years to actually get to know me kind of thing. So, like, I don't know why you're looking
You
at
don't.
me like
I'm not
this.
looking at like anything. If you're
You're
not
not
ready to
looking at
take that
me.
step with somebody, and somebody's like low key couch sleeping or sleeping on your couch,
Surfing.
couch
Surfing.
Surfing.
yeah, couch surfing on you, just to
wasn't
like
even-
end up like, oh, eventually I'm just gonna slide into your bed, and then like I'm just gonna stay. It's just a week. It's just a weekend, or like you know?
It wasn't even really like that. Like, I got my place, and then like it
I
ended
just
up
remember
being,
it was like he was
our
like
place.
instantly there.
Yeah, like it was our place, and like it was fine and stuff because it was cool having him around. But like in the beginning, like I said, because it was unexpected, because I didn't mentally prepare, like it was kind of hard to adjust to being with somebody else that I didn't grow up with. Cause like me and my sisters, like we grew up like extremely close physically, not emotionally, but physically. So
Like, so you were okay with living with them.
I was okay with living with them. I was okay with walking around like naked, like around like my sisters and stuff like that. But like it was just different because like up until college, I really didn't live with anybody else but my siblings and like my immediate family. And like in college, even though you move in with other people, you're on top of each other. Like you're still in a way.
There's still like that privacy.
You still got that privacy. But like for me, I really didn't. I didn't even have my own room to go to because we shared that room, kind of thing. So I think that's the biggest thing for me that I changed because of love, because I opened my heart up for new possibilities.
You gave up your like private space.
Yeah,
Your privacy.
my privacy, and that's big for me.
Yeah.
I don't even
Huge.
like like I don't even talk about like a lot of things that I go through until after I've gone through them. Like I don't post my personal life on social media. I rarely use social media, so like privacy is a really big thing for me. So I gave that up for a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. What's something to think about?
Yeah.
Shit.
But just because you're taking it back doesn't mean like, even when you're with somebody and living with somebody, and this will like come later in life, but you can still have your own private space,
Oh yeah.
your designated space, but still be living with somebody.
I think for me is because it was new. I've never lived with a significant other before. So like, and again, like I said, it was unexpected. So I didn't really know how to like get around it. I didn't really know how to ask for my own space without making him feel unwanted. So I think it was just like a learning,
yeah,
a learning
definitely.
curve. Like I said, like it was just mostly at the beginning. But like once we got our routine down, we got like our own like privacy down and stuff like that. Our requirements, like it was cool. It was cool, I guess. So.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So you moved out on your own.
I did move out on my own.
Oh, she
What's
moved
the
out.
reasoning?
She moved out. She was 3.
What were your reasons?
So, this is a good question. Thought provoking. No, but I moved out because when I was in college, my parents are both Haitian. Like they grew up in Haiti, they lived in Haiti and stuff like that. My last year, my dad moved back to Haiti. And my mom's plan was to move back with him. Like, from the beginning, she was going to end up moving back with him. Like, they'll retire in Haiti and all that stuff. So, in my head, like, I knew after college I couldn't go back home. But with the way Haiti is right now, my mom decided not to move back just yet. So, she's still staying here. So, I ended up moving back home and stuff like that. But when you grow up being sheltered and then you go away to college and you experience all that freedom, like, oh, you know what I mean? So it was kind of hard to go back home and live under my parents' roof knowing, like,
Haitian
Haitian roof. So, like, I tell my mom I'm leaving at 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I tell my mom I'll be back around, like, between 10 and 11 o'clock.
And that's even still reasonable.
That's still reasonable. Mind you, I'm in my 20s at this point. I'm in my, I'm like 22, 21, 22. And it's 9 o'clock and my mom's blowing up my phone. Why am I not home? I'm like,
It's 9.
woman, like.
Look at when we was in college, man, it was up till 3, 4, 5.
3 o'clock, we're walking to Three Brothers Diner. Like, and I'm like, you asking me to come back home now? So,
9 o'clock is crazy.
and my mom was
We just got off a rat. We just got off the rat.
You know, like,
Oh yeah.
you know, so like, and my mom, she used to like, watch me wherever I go. She picked from the window to see which way I'm going, I'm leaving, which way I'm coming home and stuff like that. So again, privacy. So like, I felt like I didn't have privacy. I felt like I was at that age where I needed it and I wanted it, and like my mom wasn't allowing me to have it. So I moved out, and my mental state since I left home has been
manageable.
I feel like it's like a whole new, when you move out, it's a whole new set of stressors.
It's a new set of stressors, but like I feel
life.
like for me, it didn't become like a stressor where like, you know, have to pay my bills or like this and that. It was more like, just what am I doing with my life? Like, what's the next step in my life, kind of thing like that. Those are the kind of stuff that I worry about. But like when I was home, like I was stressing mentally. Like it was just
figure out an escape plan.
Like it's different when you're a guy and when you're a girl. Like, and then you live in a Haitian household. Like, you know, it's crazy. So like I know you know how it feels to be sheltered.
I used to even got to go out. My dad was like, "That's my car. It's not leaving the property." And I was like,
"Yeah."
Oh, I'm just fully dressed to go out, makeup, full face. I'll go back to bed. It's okay.
Yeah. So it's tough growing up in a strict household.
Yeah.
But I think like now, like for the most part, my relationship with my mom has gotten better since I left home because we're not always at each other's throats. You know what I mean? Like maybe the things that I do that she's not okay with, like all the time, like she can't tell me anything because it's in my house. I do it in my house. I don't bring it up to her. I don't talk to her about it or anything like that. I respect her. She respects me. I'm a grown woman in my own house. She's a grown woman in her own house. You know?
Facts.
We both.
I'm living at home. I'm at home.
Niggas in the crib.
I'm living.
So, like, what's a benefit, though? Like, to you guys, what's a benefit to staying at home?
Benefit of staying at home? No bills. Racking it up in the bank.
I miss that.
But that's all I got. That's all I got.
Well, for a background story to this one, your household was pretty a lot to deal with. So it's probably
so I had like a totally different situation.
Yeah.
So I came home from college, and the way things went down in my house, like everything just got so strict, so quick, and then it was just like living in jail.
We've never been convicted of anything, by the way.
No. But yeah, it was just rough. And then COVID hit, which made it even worse. But I'm just the type of person where, like,
It's okay. It's all right. We're going to make it together. Because you were here punching them things, right?
I'm just saying, by the way... I'm just saying, by the way I grew up, is very different, like, mentally on me than, like, the average, like, healthy household, I guess you could say.
But is there really a healthy household?
No, but I don't think...
feel like it's more extreme.
No.
Way more extreme. We can get into
I talk about it. It's another podcast.
Right.
But I'm just saying there's like a certain magic number that I want saved up before I move out. Still haven't hit that number, but, like, we're moving anyway. Because, you know, like, there's a certain point...
We don't live in that life anymore.
There's a certain point where I've been through enough mentally, and I gotta live my life, and, you know, the more I learn is, like, the more that I could stay at home for the next 3 years trying to save up to that magic number.
And don't get to it.
And then die.
I said the reasonable answer.
That's the truth of it. So I might as well. I mean, you know, if I'm going to die with $40K in the bank or die with $10K in the bank, like, you know, like, I'm dead. Like, doesn't matter. Sorry, Abby and Ethan, you aren't getting as much as you thought. But, like, you know.
Joy said death.
Dead.
Crazy.
But that's the reality. Like, that's the truth of it.
Yes, that's
and
it.
so
I also think that, like, that's a big thing, too, that our generation's going through is that everyone's so worried about, like, not being where they want to be.
Mm-hmm. At a certain time.
At a certain time.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That's the big one.
They're looking at influencers or like people who had like rich families who had more opportunities. They're like, damn, like what am I doing wrong that I'm not there already? Mm-hmm. And like one of the big things we got to come to realize is that, you know, everything happens when it wants to, like
when it's supposed to.
When it's supposed to. As much as we might want it, as much as we might manifest it, it's not gonna come unless it's supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like a lot of us are such in a rush to make it big or to have a family or to be millionaires, and I'm like, a lot of these millionaires, a lot of these rich folks didn't become successful until like they're in their 30s, 40s, even 50s.
And 30 is the new 20. I'm calling it now.
High key.
Have
you seen women in their 30s?
Sis,
I'm telling you,
I
I'm calling
know
it right
that
now.
body ain't gonna work the same way in
I'm
the 30s
telling you
and
right
20s.
now,
Keep
dude,
that hip mobility alive.
I'm gonna be the next Angela Bassett. Like, she's 60.
I love her.
She's 60 plus, and look at her.
She looks like 30.
Why are you looking at that, dude?
Yeah, manifest.
Huh?
Manifest.
I hope I look that good too.
But like, guys, I'm about to be 26, and that look like I could pass for like, you know,
17.
I still get asked what I'm going to be majoring in college.
they still thought we were in college.
Senior year.
Like, if I go out right now with like,
Which we are.
what?
Going out.
Oh,
Why did she get that?
Hardy.
No, like if I go out like in the street and I'm dressed in like, you know, say a t-shirt like in a high bun, I'll look like 15. That's why I don't do high buns anymore.
I think you're 17 at least.
Not like with a high bun without really any makeup. I look 15.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Must be hard to be so young. Must be
But
hard.
like it's nice. That it's not too nice now because you know I'm grown. I want to be known as grown. But like everyone's like, can I see your ID? I'm like, sir, I'm 26. Like,
Literally.
so when I want to be young, that's when it's gonna come in handy.
Mm-hmm. This is
But I know.
But don't wish away.
good one.
Yeah.
No, don't. I know.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I'm just gonna.
We're gonna clap for you anyway. We're gonna,
Thanks.
don't wish that shit away. You better not wish it.
No, I was just gonna say
Don't
like,
wish it away. Be careful what
don't
you wish
waste your
for.
time wanting to be older and enjoy your youth.
Oh, I don't want to be older.
Oh,
I don't want to be old. I want to be my age. I want people to know that I'm, you know,
you're
a
just
certain
26
age.
forever.
Facts.
Okay.
Like, you know, when I'm like, you know, in my 30s, 40s, and they think I'm in my like, you know, early 20s, that's when I'm gonna be like, like, you
I'm old as
know,
shit.
black don't crack, baby. Like,
Sorry.
I'm trying it. I put 50 creams on every night.
So, white don't will. I don't know.
Oh, I like that one.
white don't will.
I was saying that because I keep, yeah.
Keep hope alive.
You gotta.
In 5 years, Annalise, you're gonna tell that one person.
Yeah, I'm
look
gonna
at
say,
me now.
"See,
You're looking
motherfucker."
good.
I'm still looking good. I proved this other guy wrong with my weight.
There you go.
And I'm now gonna prove you wrong with my fucking skin.
There you go. You tell them.
Oh, can you do that? I just gave the middle finger. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We ain't on TV yet.
Yeah.
Two coming. Yeah, baby. We're gonna be on TV. Well, I'm gonna be on TV. Feel me? I want them there. I don't know if they're gonna get there, but I'm definitely gonna be
You know,
there.
for the next time, like, you know, we're here for like a couple months, but like, when it's that time to split, like.
I was thinking that because we'll be living in different places, like we really only gotta pay for plane tickets, so we could just do like a weekend and like do our thing.
We could do, you know, film.
I'll be
Well,
coming
most
all
of
the time.
Most of them could just be online. Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't think we're gonna be wanting to spend tickets every goddamn.
well,
other
maybe
week.
I want to come see you.
Okay, well, they come see me.
Oh, we can do it
For-
online?
For me, huh?
We can do it online?
Yes.
So what are we driving?
Anyway.
Because we still in the same state. What?
We're going out.
Yeah, ain't going out. I'm not going to Summerton, and I'm not going to Waterbury.
That's great.
So my question,
Why are you putting that out there?
food for thought,
Uh-huh.
food for thought. Let's say you move out. We're moving out, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's say 5 years, right? We're 30.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden,
31.
She goes, really young one.
Crazy.
why did I use
You're king.
4 months later, dude. 4 months later, that's you.
Anyway, I mean, I'm a whole year behind all y'all. Anyway, something happens financially. You don't got money to pay rent anymore.
Mhm.
You're alone. Are you going back home? Are you finding a roommate? Are you going back home?
If I'm going to a different state.
What if you're married and y'all don't got no money?
Honestly, if I'm like, I don't have any kids, and like, say it's like, you know, I'm 34 or something like that, the person I thought I was gonna marry, like, we just like lost, you know, I might just move to Haiti for a few months.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's got that escape.
Cause like if I just like if I just felt like I lost everything for me, and like I just feel like I'm at rock bottom, I'm gonna go back to my home country, regroup, because it's so simple there. Life is so simple, you know. Just have my money. I can leave my work or whatever the case, and just regroup for a while. Whenever I want to come back, I just come back.
Is that something you guys have thought of too? Because sometimes I think like, what if I just like really went ghost and like went somewhere like totally remote and like lived like, you know, in the movie Tarzan where they have the little hut?
I thought about that. I was really going through it in college, like my junior year, and I was like, bro, like all I want to do.
Through it. God damn.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I just be wanting to go ghost when I'm going through it.
Sheesh.
But I was really going through it, and like all I really, really, really wanted to do was just like pack my shit, buy an old Jeep with no cars, and like go to Hawaii and like
That
live.
Jeep ain't gonna make it to Hawaii.
Well, no, I'll get a Jeep in Hawaii.
Building in Hawaii.
But I wanted to like live like in a
I remember
like,
that.
by
You
the
wanted to
beach
just
or
go live in
something.
Hawaii.
Yeah, like I just wanted to live like, you know, like fucking how they were living in 51st dates, like deep in the Hawaiian jungle.
Which sounds so much happier. And like I think about like giving up all like media and like just write me a letter.
Yeah. Just live off the coast or something.
I'll put a letter in a bottle and you can find it.
I don't know. Thinking more like for the
Okay.
mail, you know. She said the bottle.
I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back. So feel me? So I lived with my mom first for years until 2 years ago. Yeah, it's going on 2 years. I know August was a year, so I'm lying. Don't let me lie. Last year I was living with my mom since birth. Last year was probably the most like head-butting year in general because I graduated twice and I'm still there, and there's one thing that she still hates where it's like if my room is not like clean every time she walks in, she like erupts, and I'm just like, well, then she was like, you need to go live with your pops. Okay, and then I left. So the difference from living there and
One
living
parent
here
versus the
is
other?
completely different. And living there, it was more personality. It was more fun. It was more interaction.
Okay.
Love, you keep moving. Yeah. It's more fun. It's more interactive. It's more hugs. I love you. Talking. You know, there's more connectivity there. And the most annoying piece is how she delivers her anger, and it's like that's the only thing that really like messed up me mentally. It's just like I don't get angry. Like it's very difficult to get me there unless you're asking me the same question over and over again, and that's pissing me off. Other than that, I don't really get angry. She's like the only person that could really get me there, and I used to really like get to me because I'm just like, this is the person that I connect to the most. So I felt like the more to keep our relationship alive, I'm gonna go ahead and move to my pops because the only reason why I didn't move out is because of my boy JL.
You were waiting for.
I was waiting. I was pulling it that nigga
For a long ass time.
for a brick. He was hefty. Nigga was hefty at the time. Nigga, he was huge. Nah, he was working on a couple of things to get to where he wanted to be mentally and financially. So
Right.
I was like, all right, cool. In a year, we could find our own place. We can get our own spot, so we can get him out of his toxic situation. And I just want to try something new. And so I tried, it didn't work. And then a year passed. We in here, and I'm still in the crib. So it's more of like that's the reason why I want to do my big move. Surprise. And I don't know. The benefits was just that I'm just saving, and I don't have all these bills to worry about, or these appliances I want to bring into the crib, like extra expensive. Like I pay for groceries and stuff like that, but that's all I really do.
But I think there's also the idea that you can never really be ready. You just gotta fly.
Yeah, the series gotta go.
Jump.
I've been ready for a couple of years, like mentally, not financially, but you can. I knew it was gonna get up there eventually, but it's and that's the reason why I didn't move out. I was waiting, and then it didn't happen, and then I'm tired of waiting now, and I feel like it's time for me to get up out of here in the next 6 to 8 months. So.
What are you guys looking forward to the most, like when you do make that big move?
Opportunity, because I graduated with my master's and my bachelor's with social work, and I don't think I want to do it right now. At least right now. Like I feel like I want to dive back into my hobbies, which is modeling, and I want to dive into acting, voice and actual like being there, recorded acting. I want to be on TV like this. I want this to be real on TV.
But I also think that like,
and I want to retire into social work, like
I got
60,
you.
70, 80.
But I also think that like this is the time to do all that, like in our age and stuff like that.
Our age, work. I'm here.
So we're not
Hour, all three.
All of us. Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh, I thought you said you two.
I did.
Oh. But like in our 25, 26.
In our age.
I'm still
Basically, you're in
I'm
26
still
with her.
25 until next year.
Word.
Yeah.
Until next week.
Yeah,
She's 25 till I turn 26.
There you go. Anyways, I think like this is the time though for us to make those risky moves.
Yeah.
That's where we were talking about being comfortable.
Yep.
Because working in social work and having like that stable 9-to-5 job, that's technically
cool.
stability and shit like
Yeah,
that. But
for
like,
sure.
are you happy? Are you gonna be happy doing the same thing for the next 20, 40, 50
Nope.
years?
I get bored.
So like this is the time for us to do like those reckless things because again, like once those responsibilities comes,
Tough.
you know, you're kind of like
In there.
tied down, like you
No
know.
condom.
You said what?
In there. With no condom.
Damn.
Raw.
Hurt.
Raw dogging it.
So, you know, this is the time, man. Like, if you want to do something, like, out of this world, like, if you want to, like, try acting, if you want to try, like, you know, moving to LA and, like, see where things go, why the fuck not?
Why
Like,
not?
the only thing that's stopping you is other people's fears. Like, you're not even you're not even scared about what you're going to do. You're even more excited, but, like, everybody else is more scared for you than you are of yourself.
That was the same thing that happened to me when I moved to Maryland.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was, jeez.
But, yeah.
My grandmother, my aunt, my this, that, no, they were telling me no, stay home. I mean, granted, they were right about who I was going with, but they weren't helping me figure something else out.
Yeah.
So it was just like, this is a bad idea because she's this, she's that, she wants this, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. Give me something else. Because I'm moving. I'm going. Because I've been on campus. So I know that I want to experience the campus life. going to an HBCU
Right.
and historically black.
I got it. Damn.
I want everybody to know that. I want to know what it's like to be surrounded by black people, different types of black people, black, Jamaican, African, like just different types of black people, because I'm black and I'm a male. As social work, no matter where I go, they're gonna put me towards the people who look like me,
Right.
whether it's female or male. I'm gonna be connected. I'm gonna be put connected to those that are black. That's just, or diverse. That's just how life is, because people really just connect with people who look like that relate to them. So I just knew that. So that's why I was moving to Maryland, because I know I was gonna be put in places that's gonna be
Make you grow.
a lot of black people. And like being at PWI, they don't really think about stuff like that. So it's just more of like they just put you what they got. And most of the time they don't look like me. So that's why. And I'm just like, I was ready. I had the Honda, feel me? So I was ready to live in the Honda, to chill in the Honda. I had a couple of family members that I knew I could sleep on the couches or whatever for a couple of days, couple of weeks, until I get either an apartment or whatever the case may be. But COVID hit. COVID hit crazy. So I was living paycheck to paycheck. Luckily, I was still working. And then I realized once we was going online, I might as well just go home. So there was no point of spending money to experience the life that I'm not experiencing. So that's why I went home. That's why I went where it was comfortable, especially in the most uncomfortable time.
But you know what? I'm excited to move. Like, as scary as it is, and like, you know, expensive as it's gonna be, like the actual moving part.
But you got two people.
Yeah. And like, I'm like really excited. I'm excited for the opportunities. I'm excited to find me, like, you know, some good stuff out there. I'm excited. No, I'm just excited for like what's out there for me. I feel like I just always knew, like, you know, Stratford. And I'm just excited to be out in the world, you know, with my friend, with Scar, you know.
Oh, damn, fuck the other cat.
I don't know how to take care of a cat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm allergic.
I'm allergic to Annalise.
We're both allergic.
Went into my soul just now. Okay.
But you know, I'm excited for my family to not know what I'm doing every 2 seconds.
And you don't have to reply.
I know, because I lived by myself for a short amount of time. I was dog sitting for a friend from work. And so like I was there for 2 weeks in her house, and it was the best time of my life. It was great. I had a dog. I have a cat. But like I had to go to a gym, and it was crazy because I would be working out in this gym. I finessed myself a 2-week pass for free. Anyway, so I got to this gym, and I just realized like I could literally go up and start talking to anybody. Like I'm not in Southington, like I'm not like Annalise from Southington anymore. Like nobody knows who I am here. I could literally go up and talk to anybody and just start a conversation, and like that's just the new me. So I'm excited for those opportunities. I'm excited to cook. I'm excited to clean. I'm excited to meet a lot of people. I'm excited to. I'm really good at cooking.
She's been doing her thing, dude. You got it.
I am great at cooking now. Listen, I don't know what noise that is, but listen.
She's been doing her thing. She's been, you know,
I'm wifey.
Dude, compared to college.
Oh, she was trash in
She
college.
used to get the pre-cooked chicken.
Salty.
A little salt and pepper.
Jeez.
I
But
still do a little salt, a little pep.
But like you do
to.
other things too.
Yeah.
I'm just so excited.
Your roots are finally spreading.
Yeah,
I
I just
just
want to
feel
meet
like-
people.
I just feel like once we're out there, it's gonna be a whole new environment. You're gonna feel a lot more confident.
Who
You're a
knows?
lot
We
more
could find new
excited.
friends.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
And then like
I'll come down there and smoke y'all if y'all trying to replace me. I'm just saying.
No, you guys have me.
I'm
Our
just,
new
no, I'm
friends.
just saying.
We're gonna have new friends.
dude, you know you're gonna be, you know, the original trio.
She tried to get rid of me a couple of times, but that's cool. I want to let you understand.
Dude, that's
you're
the
not
past.
getting rid of me. You're not getting rid of me. I'm just like.
We just talked about growth.
I'm
just talking about growth.
I'm just
That's our
putting it in
past.
the atmosphere.
That's our past,
Putting it
dude.
in the atmosphere.
That's our
But you
past.
can
Don't
come
think
over
you can let
anytime.
me go.
Facts.
Oh, I know
Bed
that.
buddies for life.
She said bad buddies, by the way, not butt buddies. It did sound like that. It did sound like that. Yeah. Bad. B-E-D. Jesus. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Speaking of letting the nigga go, the art of ghosting.
The art of ghosting.
The art of ghosting. I'm gonna let her take it over, considering that was her title.
That was my title. So, ghosting.
Yeah.
We all know it. We all do
You
it.
know it very well.
Everybody does it.
I do not.
You don't ghost
I
at
do not
all?
ghost.
You've never ghosted once?
Nope.
You've never...
Like a friend, more than friend, family member. You've never ghosted anybody.
Nope. Hey, this is not really working for me. I don't.
You don't ghost.
I don't ghost.
Well, I'm gonna let
I've
you
been
know I ghost.
ghosted.
I
Been ghosted.
Oh, I'm
It's
a
different.
ghosting vet.
It's different when, feel me, say like we on the phone and I get hung up on, I'm not calling you back. One, that's different. And in a couple days, couple weeks go by and you didn't call me back after you hung up on me.
let's say you're ghosting.
That's them ghosting me, not the other way around. So I want to make sure that's clear. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure that's clear.
You hurt?
But I'm not saying like, feel me, they was the last. Ghosting is more like when they're the last person to text, and you ain't respond to that text in a day. I don't respond. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, a week, a month.
Sometimes
year.
the days just add up and
See,
you're
like
busy.
sometimes I'm not that type of person, but that doesn't mean I'm actually ghosting you. Ghosting you?
When the month, 6 months, for a year go by,
If
you
you
ain't
don't, if they're
responding
doing
back?
with intent to never talk to the person again, then it's ghosting.
But
But if
right,
there's always the good old, they always come
I'm
back.
not really good with like, you know, being on my phone or texting somebody or calling somebody and stuff like that. Like if they make a fuss about it, like, oh, Daphne, like you only like, you know, hear from me if I call you type shit. I'll be like, okay, like I guess, like I can, you know,
Giving stubborn vibes.
I guess I can try and shit like that. But like if I'm ghosting you, that means you did some shit that I didn't fuck with, and like.
She looked just like that nigga just now in her head.
Like-
Fuck wrong.
Nah, like listen, for me, I accept a lot. I take a lot. So when you make me feel some type of way, and it's just about principle, if you can't understand what the fuck the principle is, that's when I'm gonna turn around and just like, you know, no second thought. Because I'm not gonna sit here and tell you how to be a human, like a decent human being. Like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, oh, like, you know, this is what you gotta do in order to be a human.
Oh,
person.
yeah.
No,
They did,
no.
Yeah.
Like if I have the no, it's facts. It's facts though. Like if I really have to sit there and like have to tell you something about yourself multiple times, you better believe that last time won't be said. The last time will not be said. If I actually took the time to talk to you, and that's why I actually took the time to actually listen to you when I try to like, you know, drop you and shit like that, and you actually came in like trying to talk to me.
Every day for like a month. What am my mother? I'm not going to sit here and try to plead my case. I swear to God. This is when I ain't had no car, so I was walking from work. Every time I would walk from work, hey Siri, call that.
No,
Get
I'm
it.
stubborn as
Hey Siri,
fuck.
call that.
I'm stubborn
Get
as fuck.
Hey
But
Siri,
that's
call
the
that.
thing.
That is.
That's my point, because I've talked to you about shit like that before, and like from my experience, that's exactly how like, you know, it went. You were not trying to like, you know, feel me, listen to me and shit, and turn that shit around back on me. That right there, already done. Like, yeah, I did my part. You didn't do it. Like, nice to meet you. We were cool and shit. Now and not. It's no hard feelings. That's it. But like I said, if I took the time to talk to you and let you know where the fuck you went wrong,
Which you did.
and with you I did it. With other people I have.
I'm just saying.
Like I'm just.
Yeah, let's
okay. Okay.
You brought me in there.
This is general. This is
Yeah,
general.
I know. She mentioned me, so for me,
He
I was
wants
trying
it about him.
to slide that in there.
So like, then I have no problem ghosting you. Like the same way you came into my life, the same way you're gonna be out my life. Like, no thought about it. So all I ask is for you to like be a decent human being, show up and pop out, like communicate, like, all that jazz. But like, it's always about the principle. I'm big on principle.
Huge.
It's about the principle. Like,
Word. Miss Vet.
I love the ghost. Listen, I'm ghosting to the point. That I have my. This is gonna sound toxic.
It's okay. It's
I
our
leave,
live truth.
let me tell him. I leave my red receipts on, so that when you just get delivered.
But like, you know what?
I didn't. I don't care about you so much. I didn't take the time to even read the message.
But like, you did read the message.
I did.
I'll tell you what better. I don't have my red receipts on. I'll turn them motherfuckers on to show you that I read it, and then just not replied.
Disrespectful.
I'm petty.
Crazy.
I just listen.
Crazy.
I just like to fuck with people.
Clearly.
I just love it.
No, like when I
there's
ghost,
different types of ghosting. I feel like there's like the it's a guy, like I'm just gonna ghost them, and then I've had like friendships where I've just a friendship where I've just gone.
I'm gonna go to my room real quick.
Never texted him back ever in my entire life. Sent me like
That's
a
a
paragraph like this about what, like just the situation, and I left her undelivered.
Imagine we had the double like thing at the time.
But like, honestly, I don't have a problem ghosting. Like everybody always tell me I'm petty for like blocking them on Instagram, blocking their numbers and stuff like that. But like my problem is, if I don't fuck with you, I don't want nothing to do with you. Why am I gonna sit there and watch your page? Why am I gonna let you watch my page? Why do you need to know anything about me?
Like blocking on Instagram or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
I love to block.
If we're not like, my Instagram is private. So like, I like privacy. If I don't like you, you don't like me, or like we fell off or whatever the case is, I don't need you knowing what I'm doing, and I certainly don't need to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Blocked.
Been ghosted before, and all she do was on my Instagram lives and on my posts, but it was cool.
Shorty ghosted you and then was like stalking
Well, I don't know if she stalked. I don't know about all that, but every single time I post, she right there.
Damn.
Double it.
Damn.
I don't have a problem ghosting.
Social media and
I'll
everything.
ghost to save my life. 100%. If you make me feel some type of way, you're deaded.
It's just so fun. But it's not fun to get ghosted.
Oh, is it not? So that brings us to the question, who ghosts more? Males or
I think
females?
males.
I want to say males.
Because I have a feeling males don't know how to convey their feelings across. Just because you're male doesn't mean we're coming after you.
I think males ghost more.
Just because they don't want to have a
so
convo.
like when they're like fuck boys.
Yeah, because they want to always keep you in your back pocket, so they'll ghost you for 2 years and then be like,
And then like, oh,
hey, I haven't heard from
yeah.
you. You never
But
texted me
I
back.
think females, they also ghost a lot, but I'm just gonna go final answer is male, but I think they both do.
I agree. Male.
I bet y'all do. The ones who love and the one who has no problem but feels like the male ghosts the most. That's interesting.
You're saying because I'm a lover that I get ghosted?
No, honestly,
I just repeated what you said earlier. Did you
Yeah.
love the ghost? And then she had
Oh,
no problem. Keep up.
but like I gotta say I've never been ghosted.
Huh, interesting.
Oh, must be nice.
Who do you like? What's your preferred gender?
Yeah.
Have you? Well,
All the time. Yeah.
But like, no, I don't think I've ever been ghosted. I gotta say,
Does it count ghosts if they've contacted you later?
Yeah.
Okay.
At
No, I
the
have
time,
those.
you were still ghosted.
Yeah, you're right.
I would say I'm on the, you know.
I cannot.
Must be nice.
Based off of what y'all just said about how you ghost and how you ghost, and y'all think males ghost the most? That's wild.
But I feel like males ghost a different way than females. Am I wrong?
That's a different sector. Hold on, we can get there. We can get there. That's
Listen,
not true.
Listen,
But we're talking about
I say
the
males
amount.
because males tend to thirst more.
Yeah.
So like
So how?
they'll go in there, see like, you know, dip their toes a little bit, and then if it's not to their liking or they got their cookie already, they're gone. Or like they'll slowly fade away. And that's still technically ghosting, even though you're fading away. Because there's going to come a time where you just don't reply anymore. So like I think like for females, like
There's the slow ghost.
They'll ghost. I feel like females tend to ghost like
Quick.
guys that like, you know, maybe they gave their number out to that they weren't actually feeling.
Mhm.
And like when
Oh,
somebody's
yeah.
texting them, that's when they're like, all right.
Or they're like, let me call you right now.
yeah.
So based off that, how many times do women give out their numbers on social media to men that they don't want to give it out to? You think about that, love. Okay, yeah, exactly. So how the hell do you think? First of all, if a person, I agree with you the part when you were talking about how if you gave up the cookie and filming and you not the type of person that they want to feel with, or they just don't want a relationship type of thing, then yeah, they're ghosting. But it's more of like, y'all have the ball in y'all court all the time. Now, if it's the other way around and they came to you as a guy and you took their number and just like you chatting it up and then feel me, yeah, you ghost out. But that's rare. That's it happens, but it's rare. So I can't sit here and talk about that. Y'all don't more. People actually, like you just say, enjoy ghosting. Like you, and just like
I
you
do
know
have
what?
revenge.
Oh, God, Stephen John and Ron through. I'm gonna stick with John. I'm just not talking to these niggas. Yeah, that's what they'll do.
Well, I think it depends. So if I could see your point of view. If we're counting in all of my DMs, the guys I'm just not responding to, or the guys I only like they comment like fire emoji. Hey, what are you doing this weekend?
So like,
Hey,
That's
let
not-
me
you can't
fly
count
you
those.
to the
you can't
Dominican
count those. Those are just people like.
Okay,
you
then
know.
I take back my.
So like it's
agreements with
people
you.
that you actually like started
You
talking
talk to.
to, and then like they just went ghost, or like
Yeah.
you just went ghost,
Yeah.
or like is
Sometimes
it like
I
a
feel like it's
friend,
mutual.
or maybe it's like a friend that like you just stopped talking to. I know you ghosted a couple friends, you know,
But
but like.
that's the ghost that we're
Yeah,
talking
it's not
the
about like
people
people
that's
that
in your
try to talk
Instagram.
to you.
That's
Oh,
trying
I
to
was
talk
trying.
to
I
you.
was trying to help you out.
No, but
Help
like
me out.
I'm stick.
How you gonna help me
I
out?
was gonna say with the amount of DMs that I just ignore,
Oh, yeah, that's not the same thing.
then I'm ghosting a lot more than I would think, and then I would say females do. But I'm just forget I even spoke.
I don't know. I think I would still stay males just because like
Yeah.
I'm not trying
me-
to steer you with. It's just mind blowing that you guys do it because males are going to talk to people that they're interested in.
me personally, I don't give a fuck if you're male or female. I'm gonna ghost you. Like, don't matter if you were in a situationship with me, if we were just talking, or you were a friend, even if you were my best friend. I've ghosted my own sibling before. Like, I don't care who you are. Like,
I think you're proving my point.
if you don't, but that's the thing. Like, if you don't serve me, or if you make me feel a certain type of way, serve me in terms of like benefiting me in any type of way. If you don't benefit me, if you are bringing more drama into my life, more negative energy into my life than you're bringing positive stuff, then you got to go. Like, and if I've told you how I feel about certain things and stuff like that, and you still continue to do it, then I have no choice but to ghost you because I tried to talk to you about it and you didn't listen. Like, we couldn't even have a conversation because you didn't want to communicate. You know what I mean? So like that's when I feel like ghosting is like at no choice. I don't have a problem ghosting with somebody, but in my head, it's the last resort. Because I already done talked to you. I already told you how I feel about certain things. I already told you what I expect and what I don't expect. And if you choose to go around that, then delete, block. Ghost.
I've been ghosted plenty of times, so we could
I'm
definitely,
sorry.
we definitely can film it. We could talk about that.
I'm sorry.
It'd be the most randomest things in the world, bro. We could just talk. There's a couple of times I've been told that they can't wait to see me. They can't wait to meet me in person. I can't. And I'll mention the date, and they'll talk about like this is what works out for me. And then once we start chatting about seeing each other, poof, gonzo.
I can relate to that. Because listen, it's like you want to text, but sometimes you just want somebody to text there. Sometimes there's 3 other guys that you're talking to, and you just need somebody to text because those other guys don't text enough for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't actually want to meet them. You just kind of want a pen pal.
Hey.
But you'll say all the stuff to keep you around.
No.
No, does
That
that
makes
sound
no
bad?
sense.
No, am I the only one?
That makes no sense. It's like if you're going to actually, like most of these people will nowadays, because I don't really go out like that, is online. You know, these people you meet online, Tinder, Hinge.
Have you asked them to meet out? Because sometimes I'll text people just because they don't ask.
It's when
Yeah.
you start.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm an old fashioned type of dating type of guy when it comes to it. Like we talk, and then we get to meet each other in the vibe and stuff like that. So, I mentioned before, I've never not had a second date if I wanted it, type of thing. So,
Okay.
you know, the third, fourth, sixth, whatever the case may be, wherever it goes. But normally it's like before the first date. That's where I get ghosted. It's more of like, it's just what you said. It's either they was really never interested, but we're on this app showing interest. We swipe, we're chatting every day for like what, 2.5, 3 weeks, if that.
Oh, if you haven't met him after 3 weeks,
Yeah,
that's
it's
usually
like-
a red flag.
Yep. He's like, well,
At that point, it's a catfish.
yeah, they just.
I don't do dating apps.
Well, you've been in relationships. You were 5, so yeah. I mean.
First of all, I did not start dating until I had my first boyfriend at 21. I didn't start talking to a guy
You
until.
didn't need dating apps from 0 to 21.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, I don't
Like-
like dating apps. I had downloaded Twitter for Tinder. I had downloaded Tinder for one night, and I just kept getting a lot of dick pics, so I deleted it. Like, yeah.
What?
I kept getting a lot of dick pics.
That's crazy.
And
Is it? She's on Tinder. Not,
I mean, yeah.
Not Hinge.
I'm
or
on
not
Hinge,
like
yeah.
Bumble.
Yeah.
But like I was like in relationships for like the past like 4 or 5 years.
And how old are you?
25.
Oh, okay. You don't need dating apps from 0 to 21. So, and you've been in
Right.
a relationship for the last 5 years.
But like in
5 years ago,
between-
you were 20.
in between.
Yeah.
Do you think dating apps are needed, or do you think?
Not
I think
necessarily
nowadays they kind of
needed.
are. I feel like nowadays they kind of are because
Because of the way we live.
the way we
COVID.
live since COVID, I feel like everything's like online and like people lost a lot of like social cues and like social wellness and stuff like that. So a lot of people forgot how to communicate.
And they barely knew how to communicate before.
Facts. So like I feel like dating apps, they do tend to help people meet people because like even if you see that person, like think about it. If you actually like see these people like on like from your dating app in real life, would you actually go up to them and say
Nope.
hi?
No.
Hell no.
Even with liquid courage.
Oh no, I would.
You would.
Yeah.
Annalise would.
The ones I'm pulling, I wouldn't.
Annalise wouldn't. But like if you're in a dating app and stuff, you can at least know if they find you cute enough or like interested enough because they's already swiped on your
It's
profile.
easier
Facts,
for
it's-
females to shoot their shot.
Exactly. So I think it's kind of needed nowadays, especially like.
Pussies. Anyway.
Anyways,
Fact though.
but
We all finished our glass.
I guess that's
I think shot time.
Shot time?
Shot o'clock.
One last shot.
Lamb of the word. Slide us the Jose.
One last shot to.
Which one's mine?
No matter. You got COVID?
Oh, this one's yours because you got the gun.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all for joining us with another episode. I hope you enjoyed. It took enough sips, especially when I spoke. You hear me? especially when this guy spoke. Hopefully you aren't going anywhere for the night. We are. Do us a favor and click that like, subscribe, and share button, and come back for another episode. Also, you can follow us on IG, TikTok, and Twitter at Truth Juice.
Truth Juice.
_. That's TRUTHJUICE _. Cheers. Big body, big ears. And then there's Annalise. Right.